Hi, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad that you are here with me. I don't know what happened to that other video. It was up. Some people saw it. So if you were one of the ones that saw it, know that you were supposed to see that video. That's the only thing I can think of. I tried uploading it again a couple times. Didn't work. So I think that those messages were for whoever got to see it. That's who the messages were for. I am having a Halloween special, so to speak. It's $5.55 for a one question. How Spirit gave me the number 5 is 10 for the month of October, 31 for the day. 3 plus 1 is 4. 1 plus 0 is 0. 0. So that's 5. So that's how I came up with that. I'm just gonna shuffle and I'm gonna see what comes out. I have no intention set. Here we go. Okay. The masculine knows that the feminine has been holding on and waiting for this to come in for a very long time. And he's very, very appreciative that we started laying the foundation for this relationship. And he is going to build upon that. So it can be solid. It can be secure. It can be pure, and it can be true. Because the one he has now is not. Plain and simple. All pentacles so far. Oh, that's funny. This card is a 10, and 7 plus 3 is 10, so maybe the number 1010 means something to somebody. You might want to look that up. The masculine is getting clarity. He's getting clarity about his purpose in life, where he wants to be, what he wants to do. Not sure yet. Yeah, he knows. He knows that he just left the feminine, like, out in the cold, literally just ghosted, disappeared, nothing whatsoever. And there's a lot of guilt on the masculine's part. That's something that he's grappling with. I don't know where I came up with that word, but that's something that he's trying to forgive himself. And then he's hoping that by forgiving himself, when he comes to the feminine, you'll be able to forgive him. Damn, pentacles, pentacles, pentacles. Shit. Oh, sorry. It's a lot. And the lovers. He knows this is meant to be. He knows that this is, coming from above. Yes. Oh, crap. 4 of Wands. You know, marriage, commitment, stability. Again, making the strong foundation so that he can have this, because miserable with this. So this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. I do read intuitively, so sometimes the card will have a picture or a word that will say one thing, but I go with what I see. Or sometimes they make me see something different written on there, and I go by the energy. But if you're interested in a personal reading, my information will be down below. Anything else? Nope, not from that one. Okay. Yeah, see, new beginnings. He wants that solid foundation for the new beginning. New life. Like the feminine brings like feminine has like revived him, where he was like dead and stale on the inside, and just, you know, all of his money was being taken, and it was just icky. In that relationship, you know, he feels the feminine's joy, her love of life, and he wants to be a part of that. There's no, she promised, the karmic promised that things would change. They did for a while, and then they quickly went back to, once she realized that he was back and that she could manipulate him again, things quickly turned sour. No communication, no passion, no love. It went right back to where it was. Anything else? That one's done for now. Relationships, intimacy, freedom, acceptance, and trust. This is what he wants. This is what he wants from the feminine. This is what he must rebuild. This is what he must rebuild with the feminine. That was my dog. Really? This deck's done already too? All right. Too many. All right, here we have acceptance again, which is in this one too. He has to accept himself. He has to accept himself, flaws and all. He has to accept the fact that he was duped yet again. He has to accept the fact that the feminine may understand why it happened, but it doesn't mean that it didn't hurt. So he's going to have to accept the fact that, you know, he really hurt the feminine. He's actually, whether he realizes or not, he's speaking to his guardian angels, and they are helping him. They are guiding him on the path where he needs to be. I'm being told for a specific set of masculines that the ones who are Catholic and were brought up Catholic and probably went to parochial school, they may not be religious, but it's that the vow they took seriously. The feminine, the Karmic took it, but not so seriously. So he's wrestling with, you know, breaking up the family. It might upset his parents that he is doing this, but he is praying to Mary Magdalene. Again, this is going back to his Catholic roots, his parochial school days. Sacred sexuality. He knows. And I think this was in the other video, and it's coming out again. If you had been a couple before with the masculine, if you'd been a couple before, then you know that the intimacy in all forms is different than anything. I mean, when you are intimate with them, how do I explain it? There's really no words to explain it. You feel like you are one. You feel like that you are just that you are one. There's so much passion, and believe it or not, there's so much like spirituality in it, because it is a sacred union. It is divinely orchestrated. So there is a lot of, you know, spirituality connected with this. And I mean, there's a lot of passion, and it's just it's the greatest thing in the world. Yeah. We have illumination and resurrection. So he's been, how do I say this? He's been bonked on the head by the universe, you know, where he had blinders on and was just seeing black and white, as his life is black and white. Now he's seeing in color. He's seeing everything around him. He's seeing how beautiful everything is. He's seeing how wonderful the feminine has been, and unfortunately, he also has come to the realization of how much he's hurt her. But he will be different. He will have changed. And this is what the masculine craves. This is what he desires. He does not want just the act of sex alone. He wants this passion, this love, this I can't put it into words. I cannot put it into words. Right, this seems to come up a lot in readings. Past lives, he knows that this has been going on and around and around and around, and quite frankly, he's tired of it. He just wants to be together with the feminine. He doesn't want to have to go through. He doesn't want to have to come back down to earth again and have to go through all of this again. He's hoping that he has learned his lessons and that the feminine has learned her lessons so that they can just be together forever in eternity. The only thing I am getting from this is that Sophia, there's a Sophia out there. And if you are Sophia, or if you are a masculine watching this and you're wondering about your feminine and her name is Sophia, all of this applies. Like, this is just all applies. And if you are feminine watching for your masculine name and your name is Sophia, pay attention, because this whole reading is all for you. They are specifically giving me that name, Sophia. Eternal embrace. We're never alone. Our divine counterpart is always with us, never alone. Always touching us, always guiding us, always literally having our back, because it's eternal. We were made for each other from the day the universe began. So that's pretty eternal. He has said he has had to have some tough decisions to make, and actually to voice them. You see this blue, this kind of looks purplish in the camera, but this is like blue, and this is just like a darker blue. That's the throat chakra. So he has made his decision. I know in past readings I said that he has made the decision like mentally in his head, but now he's putting it into action. He is verbalizing his decisions. He is speaking up, saying what it is he wants, what it is he doesn't want. And he gets all the signs. He gets, he understands serendipity. For the first time, he understands the true meaning of serendipity. He sees the feminine as a saint. He sees himself as a sinner. And he needs to start seeing the saint in himself so he can balance that. He's not a whole, he's just not a sinner. And this is also going back to that religion, Catholicism is playing a big part of his upbringing. Maybe he's being told, divorce is a sin. You can't do this. His parents could be telling him, his in-laws could be telling him, the karmic could be telling him, and it's that inner child that doesn't want to disappoint his parents, you know, that doesn't want to go against, you know, what he's been taught. Even though, like I said, you know, he may not go to church anymore, it's still ingrained in him. Yeah, see? Yeah. War and peace. He's done with war, and he wants peace. You know, it's what it's been like. It's been like a war, a battle, to get out of where he was, to get out of where he was stuck in, physically and mentally. You know, mentally it's really very big. That has a lot to do with him not moving. It's all mental. He had to find his courage. He knows that the feminine is the beloved. That to him, you see the stars all around, that to him, she is all, to him, she is every star in the universe. She is that illuminated, that bright, that beautiful, that he sees. He sees her shining. He sees her shining from up above. You know, spreading, not spreading, raining love down upon him is what they just said. And to help bring about this illumination and this resurrection, he's to make these and to make these decisions. He's been going out in Gaia, in Mother Nature. He's been going on walks. He's been going fishing. He's been hiking. He's been skiing. He's been gardening. He's simply walking the dog. You know, whatever he does outside has really helped him gain a lot of clarity. Oh, see here, yeah, you know, tradition. He is in a traditional marriage or a traditional relationship. But he is going to make an offer of love to the feminine. They just said that the feminine is going to get a boatload of truth from the masculine. Don't know why that's there just yet. By going out in nature and having to make these decisions, he put himself in a timeout. I just saw a little screaming kid in a corner, but he put himself in a timeout because it was mentally weighing on him, everything. You know, the sinner, you know, is he good? You know, is he good enough for the feminine? but he is now risen. Jesus Christ. He is now risen and sees. Oh boy, don't. Oh, why did they put these things in my head? Like I said, I don't know how I just put the cards down. Oh boy, the masculine really, okay, you either have, or he is so wanting to make love to the feminine outside, you know, where it is beautiful, where because you feel like one here, and when you're outside you also feel like one, and it just strengthens the feeling, the love, the closeness, the passion. Yeah, see, he's been illuminated. Oh. He's been illuminated. He now sees. What's that? Oh God, what's that? Amazing grace. What is it? I was once, now blind. What is it? I once was blind, but now I see. That's the feminine. I mean, that's the masculine. You know, he's hearing the call of Archangel Gabriel, you know, whispering in his ear. So, I mean, it will seem, you know, there's, he's hearing the call of Archangel Michael, in his ear to wake up. It is time to get up. You are done. You need to see. You need to transform. You need to wake up. You need to grow up. There's been a lot of sleepless nights. This could have been going on, they said, for 9 months, that he has been quiet, where there has been no communication. Could be 9 months, 9 weeks. Really going with 9 months. That there has been no communication, and it's been killing him. He's been wanting to communicate, but he's very torn. Things are no longer hidden. I've been saying secrets are coming out. Things are no longer hidden anymore. You know, he's saying what he wants, what he doesn't want. You know, he's saying he wants out of this relationship. Oh, I had it and it was gone. It'll come back. He knows that the feminine has been keeping keeping our light on. And this was in the other video too, because they're giving me the same vision, how the feminines have kept the light on, saying, you know, like, over here, we're over here, you know, spirituality, everything that you're looking for is over here. And they showed me, like, London, I think maybe in the 1800s, like Sherlock Holmes type era. Like, I actually saw Sherlock Holmes. And how when the fog rolls in, I've never been to London, all I know is what I see in the movies and on TV, but when the fog rolls in, it's like soup, and you really can't see in front of you. That's how the masculine, before he made these decisions and was speaking up, when he was in his head, in that fog, in that daze, he is now beginning to see the light, and each step that gets closer, the light gets brighter and brighter until he finally realizes everything that he has wanted has been in front of him the whole time. All he had to do was just reach out for it. All he had to do was just speak up. In some cases, the masculine may be having to travel quite a bit. He may have to cross some rivers, cross some lakes. Yeah, so I'm getting, there's a lot of long distance in some of these that he's going to have to travel far to bring this. It's not the King of Cups. It's not, you know, it's not, and it's not the Page of Cups, you know, it's he's in the middle. He's not, it's not a small offer, but it's not the great big grand gesture offer, you know, it's right, it's in the middle, but he's moving towards becoming the king. Yeah, the truth. Where's that card? Yeah, see? He's going to be spelling his guts, they just said. Like saying, like, once he is comfortable knowing that the feminine is not going to turn her back on him, it's going to just like pour out of him. There is so much that he was so unsure of, that he had no clarity, that kept him up at night, that made him worry. But he is now ready to tell the truth. You know, and when he does tell the truth, you know, it's okay, like I said it before, it's okay to understand, because that is part of the lesson of separation. Is, you know, you need to find the lesson that you needed to learn in the separation. And then when you do realize that, like, oh, okay, this is why it happened this way, is because I needed to learn this. I know that's true in my situation. And I can now see and am grateful for, you know, just because, you know, I understand why it happened and how it had to happen, it doesn't mean that it didn't hurt. And that's okay to speak, I mean, to tell that to the masculine. You know, they know they've hurt us, and it's okay to tell him that that it hurt. He actually, he kind of, he needs to know that. Even though he knows it, he needs to hear it from the feminine. Oh, guess I'm done with that deck. Release. He's releasing a lot of self-doubt, releasing, you know, all the negative feelings that he has had, about his self-worth, about who he is as a man. Like I said, where is it? You know, he's having to build himself back up after the karmic has, you know, taken away his manhood, his masculinity, his balls. I'm sorry, that's what they said. But he's getting them back. I apologize. That's terrible. I don't know why I said that. But he's getting that. He's releasing all the negative stuff and reclaiming who he is, because he wants harmony. Oh. He believes in miracles now. And he will truly, truly believe in miracles when there is union with the feminine. I mean, I see him like literally on his knees with like his arms up to the heavens, going, God, miracles do happen, you know, and you know, miracles don't have to be, you know, the saving of a life, the curing of cancer or AIDS, or, you know, anything terrible like that. He sees the miracle in the small things. He sees the miracle in getting his voice back. He sees himself as a miracle, because he is coming out like the phoenix. You know, he is rising from the ashes where he has been burned severely. He realizes that his awakening is a miracle, because he could have stayed trapped. But because he was listening, because he was open to listening, that miracles are starting to arrive for him. Okay, what else? Oh, now that song is going. There goes that deck. I don't know why. There's nothing moving. What are they? I don't know what I'm trying to be told here. That song is going through my head. I think it's for a phone, and it's about like zombies, and it pretty much goes like, I believe in miracles, you sexy thing. So that song is running through my head. Yeah, here it is. Empowerment, you know, self-discipline, reliability, fulfillment, responsibility. He wants to show the feminine that he has changed, that he is responsible now, that he can be trusted, that he is reliable, that he wants fulfillment in his life. I think that's why I said that about that comment before, because I feel very, Very serious, very, very heavy. I think this is like a real heavy reading. And so they injected that for a little hilarity. Thank you, Max and Sam. Visualization. He's manifesting. He has focus now. He's daydreaming, you know. He's putting out to the universe what he wants by thinking about it in his head, whether he realizes it or not yet. A lot of them are doing it subconsciously. But it's that energy that you put out to the universe. You know, new start. You know, new beginnings, rebirth. You know, resurrection. Time to wake up, time to snap out of it. I live along a flight path, so I get airplanes over my house all the time. That's them coming in for a landing. I don't know, maybe oh, what'd I say? Where is it? Oh, where? Didn't I just said that long distance, some of the masculines are going to have to travel and an airplane goes by. So, you know, that's just confirmation. If you are in a long distance long distance relationship, or you have a long distance connection, expect, ooh, when I did that, it sounded like a knock on the door to me. Expect a knock on your door. Okay, this is the masculine, and this is the feminine. He wants to be the base. He wants to be he wants to be that solid concrete, because to me this looks like concrete. He wants to be that solid, that concrete foundation, so that the feminine can just blossom. Intuition, trust, insight, awareness, guidance. Yeah, like, you know, he's been waking up. You know, he's been listening to his gut, that gut feeling more, trusting it, leading with it, not second guessing himself. Oh my God. Seeing. That's, I think I said something about seeing. But he sees, oh, clarity. Yeah, that's what I meant by seeing. He has full clarity in what is going on in his life. He has a new perspective. He now sees the truth where he had been in deep denial over what was going on in his life. No more. No more. Yeah, solar plexus, you know, that's that intuition, that's that gut, that's that life force, that's that survival. He wasn't living before. Now he is living. Now he has a reason to shine, a reason to be productive, a reason to smile, because he knows he knows of all the miracles that are possible if he, you know, if he listens, to Gabriel, and, you know, he uses, and, you know, he uses his intuition, and, you know, he starts seeing things and seeing people for who they really are. Yeah, and he knows he's going to have to split and or get rid of his possessions, but he don't care anymore. He may have cared, because, you know, he worked so hard, you know, to get where he is in life. I'm thinking that for some of them, money may have been like a challenge when they were younger, and he was determined to not be like that as an adult, and to, when he had children, he wanted his children to have money, to have the kind of life that he did not have as a child. So there are a lot of possessions, and he was probably holding on to some of them, you know, still valuing his self-worth around these, but again, not anymore. Oh, well, I was going for that. What else? I think that was the Four of Pentacles. Let's see if it wants to come up again. Excuse me, I need a sip of water. Thank you. He has his eyes on the future. You know, he's looking straight forward, and he has his back turned. This one wand here is the past, and he is embracing the future and looking forward. Yes, he's walking away, not walking away in anger, not walking away in haste, not walking away. He's walking very confidently. Yep. No more third party situation. He realizes the cycles of life, the cycles of his life, the ebb and flow of life, how things turn, how things evolve, how he has evolved. There's no more temptations. There's no more addictions. There's no more feeling bound. His karmic debt. He has repaid his karmic debt. He may have, if you were together when you were younger, and you broke up, he might have been, that might not have ended well either, and he carries some guilt for that, saying, I hurt her then, and I hurt her yet again. There's no way, you know, that she would ever believe me, that she would ever take me back. So he's wrestling with that. But even though with all of these things that is going on, in his mind, he still sees the good in every day. He tries to be upbeat. He tries to spread a little warmth, a little love, into everybody's life that he comes across, even if it's just a simple smile and good morning, because he is happy overall. He is very happy because he now knows the truth, because he now sees. I don't know what that's there for yet. Okay. You see, he was at the Two of Wands, having to make decisions about two other people. And, he felt like he had, because he does have responsibilities. He does feel responsible for, as bad as the karmic is, he does feel a responsibility to her because he took a vow. For some of them, they got married in the church, and that means something to him. So he felt like, he had the weight of the world. He was carrying that around. And now he is not, because he has been illuminated. He has been awakened. I can't find the, because he's had that aha, that light bulb moment, that he now can look forward. He's put down the weight of the world, and now he is looking optimistically towards the future. He's gotten a lot of clarity from the divine, from God. He needed God to show him the way. There we go. I still don't know what you're doing there. Where he was immature with his beliefs, with his purpose in life. And I mean immature as in, how do I explain it? Not age-wise, but not really mental, like in thought process. That's it. His thought process was immature. He couldn't see, but he got, the divine had handed him clarity on a silver platter. It was pretty much like, look, I mean, he had to have this put in front of his face, all of this truth. Oh, I think there's a truth card here. He had to have this truth come out into his face, literally, so that he could move, that he could make these decisions. All right. One more, and then I think that's it. This is like turned into a really long reading. Sorry about that. I think it was a very serious reading. Oh my God. Oh, goodness. Oh my God. Why can't I get this card? It keeps... Oh, excuse me. Oh, I forget for sitting too long. Okay. Forgiveness. He has to find it. This is green. This is the heart chakra. He has to find it within his heart to forgive himself. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching and viewing and hanging on for almost an hour read. And again, I have that little Halloween special. It's good from midnight to midnight, you know, October 31st. You can pre-order and get your spot in my book. And it will it'll probably take about 5 days for a turnaround, depending on how many I get. And it's 5:55, and my mind is going blank. This was a long read, and they're just taking everything, even like my like I feel very drained now. Like this was a very heavy read, and now I just feel, I can tell I'm not speaking as loud. I'm not speaking as heavy as I was. Yeah, because it's over. Okay, so thank you yet again. I'm blabbing now because I'm tired. All my information is down below. And, you know, do take advantage of that, you know, that one question, you know, it's very simple. It's to the point, you know, it's just, you know, something that is, you know, and you can order more than one. It doesn't have to be one. It's 5:55 a question. You can ask 2 questions. But whatever you do, and then, you know, the regulars are down there, and I'm blabbering on. All right, thank you very much. Have a good night, and namaste.